I'm Emily Lay, and you're listening to the Simplified podcast. If you're struggling with overwhelm and thirsty for a fresh start, you have come to the right place. I invite you for just a few minutes to slow down, take a breath, and join me to explore tactical ways to simplify, organize, and automate the complicated parts of life so you can focus on what truly matters most. You guys, summer is approaching so fast, and if you're on the struggle bus trying to think of a gift to get your kid's teacher, listen, I've got you. You could say thanks for all you do by giving her a simplified gold dot pen, so elegant, or a beautiful floral art print for her walls. You could even get her a simplified recipe binder for her to have fun with over her summer break and fill it with a favorite recipe or two of your own. We've got all kinds of beautiful ways to say thanks for every budget, so head on over to emilylay.com to pick up a gift for the teacher in your life. Okay, do you know what one of my favorite things to do is? I'm not even kidding. I love looking at a beautifully clean pantry. For real. If you left me alone, I could probably spend 1,000 hours on Instagram scrolling through photo after photo of before and after pantry photos. I love taking screenshots of my favorites and doing some serious price comparisons on baskets and bins all over the internet. Why do I like this so much? I think because my brain loves looking at something so ordered and calm and on purpose. That kind of organization makes a ton of sense to my brain. I love to look at these pantries with orderly baskets and labels facing forward. It's the little things. And for those of you who follow my Instagram, you know I blissed out my own pantry like this a few years ago, and I love it. We got uniform baskets and put snack bins low where the kids can reach them. We put labels on things. We decanted some of our bulk items like rice and cereal and put them in beautiful, clear containers. It's really, really pretty. Or at least it's really, really pretty when I actually take the time to maintain it. Sometimes I open that pantry and there's a little part of me that dies when I see goldfish bags stuck in the granola bar bins, or when spaghetti boxes are sitting beside the beautiful clear containers I bought to put them in. But this is what happens when you live in a family of 5 instead of a family of 1. Things get put back in places where they don't belong, because sometimes your system isn't everyone's system. I know it feels a little silly to me to have that kind of reaction sometimes, but hey, I like what I like, and I like order and calm. So we all have real lives and real families. Our lives are not always Instagram worthy, and they shouldn't be. That's not real. Nobody can keep that level of perfection in their lives, and it's crippling when you try to. But I also know I love a clean pantry. I love an orderly living room with toys put in their bins and magazines put back into baskets. I like walking into a bathroom with clean, fluffy towels and a sink without toothpaste stains and a mirror that's spotless. There's nothing wrong with that. So I wonder, what's the happy medium here? How do I give myself the grace to have a home that isn't 100% photo ready, but also put some systems in place that help us keep a home we enjoy living in? Well, guys, I think I have the answer, and it's one you may have heard me talk about before. I think we need some routines here. Today, I'm going to tell you about 3 routines that saved my bacon and helped me keep my house clean. I'm not going to lie, these are a little step up from a simple wipe the counter, throw the trash away that I do every day, but they're definitely not a spend hours cleaning behind furniture on your hands and knees kind of a thing. These are easy and very doable routines you can do when you have a little bit of time, like on a weekend. They might take you an hour or 2, and then you can reward yourself with a donut or something, especially if it's Saturday morning, because all Saturday mornings require donuts. So here are 3 weekly routines that help you keep your home clean. And trust me, keeping spaces clean and fresh will give you the most bang for your buck. First, we'll start with your bathrooms. Step 1. Before you clean anything, vacuum every surface. You know when you're cleaning the back of your toilet and no matter how many times you wipe it down, it seems like you're making it more dirty than when you started? That's because you're pushing dust around. We've got to get that up before you start cleaning so that you're actually polishing as you sanitize. Take your vacuum hose and go to town on every surface. I'm talking the top of the toilet, I'm talking behind the toilet, I'm talking your vanity. Move everything off so you can get all the nooks and crannies. I'm talking the bath mats, I'm talking the actual floors. And listen, you know those weird little brushes with the hairs that come with your vacuum when you open it for the first time? This is a great time to break those out if you haven't thrown them away. And if you have, then guess what? You can get a replacement on Amazon. Just type in horsehair vacuum brush and boom, there you go. Make sure you check that it fits your hose first before you click add to cart. Step 2, clean the toilet. I mean, it's necessary, isn't it? The easiest tool I've ever found to clean a toilet is a Clorox toilet wand. They're easy to use, and this is one disposable I can really get behind. Oh, and get one for every bathroom. Trust me, you want to make this as easy as possible on yourself, and you don't want to carry a just used wand from bathroom to bathroom. Step 3, it's time to sanitize. This is where you want your bathroom to be at its cleanest. This is a formula I learned from Go Clean Co. on Instagram. Get a big bucket and fill it with a gallon of hot water. Pour in 1/3 cup of bleach and a teaspoon of powdered Tide laundry detergent. Yes, I'm serious. Powdered Tide laundry detergent. Not only does it smell nice, but this stuff does some serious cleaning beyond your clothes. It breaks down greases and dirt on hard surfaces too. And you definitely want to pull out your rubber gloves for this job so you can protect your hands and your manicure. You can use this mixture on your sink, on your cabinets, the windowsills, the baseboards, the walls, the tub, the garbage can. Be careful about using a scrubbing pad. You don't want to scratch anything. And make sure you don't use anything bleach on marble. And P.S., open the windows and turn the fan on because you don't need to breathe in a ton of bleach fumes. Just saying. Step 4, polish the mirror and your faucets. This one is easy. Just break out the Windex. Step 5, change the towels. It's always nice to keep things fresh. Oh, and a bonus tip, buy the good soap. Seriously, if you've got a few extra dollars in the budget, buy some soap in a scent that you absolutely love. It's one of those small joys I give myself, and trust me, it reaps dividends every time. Channel your inner middle schooler and buy some Bath & Body Works. They always have the good soap sales going on. Okay, so now your bathroom's done. Seriously, guys, this may sound as if it had a lot of steps, but I swear to you that for just a regular clean, this can be done in like 10 minutes. Maybe you don't scrub the walls or baseboards each week, but you just need to get the high traffic places like the sink and the toilet. That's fine. Just make sure it's tidy and there aren't any more toothpaste stains in your sink for now. Next, we're going to move on to the kitchen. Step 1, move stuff off the counter and then wipe. On a normal weeknight, I get it. You've worked a full day, you've fed your people, and the only thing standing between you and your couch is the counter full of crumbs. You're not going to move everything to wipe the counter down. But when you've got a little more time on the weekend, take a few extra minutes and move all the appliances and decor off the counter and wipe down the counter. You'll be so glad you did. Step 2, vacuum the kitchen floor and then mop. Or do the Swiffer or run the Roomba. The point is, make sure you get the crumbs up before you start mopping. We have an Oofy, it's EUFY, and it's like a Roomba, and we love Oofy. He's like our pet since we don't have a dog. And Oofy vacuums things up, and Oofy's great. I highly recommend. And when it comes to mopping, there are many ways up the mountain. Some people are team steam mop, some people are team spin mop, some people are team what the heck are you talking about right now? That's totally fine. Just make sure it happens with whatever tool you like to use. And if you need an easy starting place, grab a bucket and fill it with a gallon of hot water and a teaspoon of powdered Tide. There it is again, the powdered Tide. Just keep a box on hand and thank me later. Step 3, straighten up your pantry. This is for all you people out there with some #pantry goals. If you've done the hard work of creating a beautiful pantry, you can keep it looking nice by giving 5 minutes each week to straightening it back up. Put back items that well-meaning family members have put on the wrong shelf. Decant any items you've bought for restocking into their designated containers like cereal or rice or granola bars and goldfish crackers. Make a note of items running low that you need to put on next week's grocery list. You're using your notes app for this like we talked about in episode 12, right? Straighten snack bins and canned goods so that the labels are uniform again. This is some masterclass level organization skills here. Finally, let's talk about your living room. Step 1, the nightly laundry basket rule. I'm going to keep saying this forever and ever. When you're tapping out for the night, take a few minutes to walk around your living room with a laundry basket. Toss in any item that's out of place and put it back where it belongs. Toss any LaCroix cans, pour the cup of tea down the sink, and start the dishwasher you filled earlier that night. You'll thank yourself in the morning when you wake up to a calm, clean living room. Step 2. You know what I'm going to say next. Time to vacuum your living room. It is a necessary evil. Your living room has the highest traffic out of nearly every room in your house. Every week, as much as it stinks, the living room needs to be vacuumed. I'd move the chairs and coffee table if I were you. And pro tip, you can use your vacuum hose with the brush attachment to dust the surface of your TV cabinet or your bookshelf, really anywhere that needs some dusting help. Step 3, fold the blankets and fluff the pillows. You'll feel so much cozier when these pieces are put back in the right place. And go ahead and light a nice candle too. All right, that's it. How are you feeling? Do you think these might be doable for you once a week? I think they might be. And if you want a checklist on how to keep each of these spaces clean, check out the show notes for this episode at emilylay.com/podcast. As we close out this episode, I'd like to pray a little blessing over you as you try to cultivate a clean and calm place for your family to live. May you give yourself some grace on the days when your home looks like it's been hit by a tornado, and share some of that grace with your family too. May you remember why you're taking the time to clean up, because you want your home to be a place where your family can rest and relax in comfort. And may you remember that your home isn't a show place, but that it's a sacred place for you and your people to make memories. As always, I like to leave a little tip to help you out and help you put what we've talked about today into practice. Here is your task for this week. Think about a day when you might be able to carve out an hour or two to clean these 3 rooms and try to make that a consistent part of your week. Maybe you get the kids to help you and they're responsible for a certain task, or they take turns. Put on some upbeat music and maybe take a dance break in the middle. And when everyone's done with their chores, don't forget to celebrate with a donut or 2. Thank you for listening to the Simplified podcast. I hope today's episode left you feeling like you can give your home a nice cleaning without a ton of elbow grease. And for more simplicity tips, you can find me on Instagram at Emily Lay and at Simplified, and at emilylay.com, where you can find show notes from each episode along with links and resources I mentioned here. And you can shop the Simplified brand of planners and products. And if you like what you heard on the show today, then you are going to love my brand new book, Growing Boldly, Dare to Build a Life You Love, which is in stores right now wherever you buy books. And one last thing, if you're loving this show, would you please hop over to Apple Podcasts and leave a review? Seriously, it is a small but powerful thing that tells Apple, hey, this is a great show. You should share it with other people. I am so grateful for all the rating, reviewing, and subscribing you're doing. You guys are the best. Until next time, thank you so much for listening. Bye.